All right, welcome to the Podium Finish Live. This is Declan Wayman from the PodiumFinish.net. I'm here with Thomas Annunziata, driver in the number 70 Cope Family Racing Chevrolet in the NASCAR Xfinity Series part-time with Aislinn Rennison. Thomas, welcome to the Podium Finish Live for the first time.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yes, sir, man. How's the season been so far in your starts that you've made on the short tracks and then COTA as well?
It's been up and down. Results don't show necessarily where we would have been or should be, but COTA, I think would have had a really good chance at the top 15, top 10. Especially because that's my specialty, but we had a mechanical issue. We didn't get to qualify in the race. Sonoma, we had an issue in the race where we went 21 laps down before it even really started. And then Martinsville, we had braking issues, but we were very quick at Martinsville. Top 25, top 20, and the guys that we were racing with finished in the top 10 with all that carnage. So missed opportunity there, but yeah, I think Bristol, it was relatively a race that had little to no carnage or anything, so that didn't play in our hands. But we finished 28th. It's about where we were. We're pushing the team. It's a new team. Derek Cope and the rest of the team is working very hard to get up front more often. So I don't know. We'll see. This is another weekend where we'll experiment and test, and hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Talk to me so far. Obviously, you're driving for Derek Cope. He's a Daytona 500 winner. Obviously, this is a new startup team. Obviously, he owned StarCom Racing back in the day in the Cup Series. And how's it been working under or driving under Derek Cope? And what advice has he given you so far through the season on mainly the ovals, but also just in general, like with the rest of the schedule you have?
He's a very, very serious guy. So it's not the guy you want to mess up in front of. So yeah, always on an A game. And he just has that personality that you want to do good for him, especially if you don't. I mean, it doesn't go well, but he's very serious. He knows what he's talking about. He's been giving me really good advice. Like some people talk like and don't really know what they're talking about. Like he 100% knows what he's talking about. Everything's detailed. Details into details. So it's interesting to hear because some of the stuff is new coming from road course. But no, very, very cool guy. Iconic man. It's definitely a blessing to be racing under him. Racing, you don't know where sport's going to take you, but. Yeah, I want to do well for him, and this is another opportunity I get to show what CFR's got.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we talked in January about you were going to drive with Leland Honeyman. What's been the bond so far between Leland? Obviously, he's got a few years of Xfinity competition on his belt. How have you guys bonded so far this season? And also, has he given you any advice on the ovals?
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's done way more ovals than I have, but he's just a funny kid, man. And he fits 100% into what my humor or my friend group. Super funny kid, and we text often, honestly. I'm not sure if he's coming down this weekend. Hopefully he does, but he's a cool kid, and we're going through the same things together. He just turned 20. I'm still 19, but I turned 20 soon. We're about the same age range.
Right.
We watch the same stupid stuff.
That's awesome, yeah. Dude, you're killing it in Trans Am. They just unveiled the new Toyota in the Trans Am series. You won at, was it Sebring, I think, right?
I won at Sebring in the Mustang and Road Atlanta in the Toyota.
That's right, Road Atlanta in the new Toyota.
Yeah.
How did it feel, man, just to take home that victory? Toyota's debut season in the TA2 Cube Architecture Series in Trans Am. I mean, talk to me how you felt after that. You're just killing it in there.
I mean, it felt really well. I mean, my whole career, I started later than Zillage and Brent Cruz and Gonzalez, but I grew up racing with them, and by the time I started racing with them, they already had 5 to 10 years of racing experience already under their belt. So we're all really good friends now. I've been trying to follow their paths, but they're getting help, and I need help as well, and I'm trying to prove myself out there. So I need to be winning these races, and I need to be putting myself in the limelight, right? So I needed to win that race, and I did. So it felt really good, and hopefully there's some phone calls coming my way soon. But I just got to keep doing that, and we'll see where life takes me.
For sure, yeah. Besides Xfinity, I know you made the jump from ARCA to Xfinity we talked about in January. Has there been any opportunities that you're trying to get in maybe, say, like the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series or another ARCA ride or, East or West race here and there?
Yes, I am running a few ARCA races this year, I believe starting at Lime Rock. Lime Rock, I'll be running with Nitro Motorsports at Lime Rock, and I'm working on a truck deal right now.
There you go, yeah.
Possibly at Lime Rock, we're working on it.
I got you. Yeah, so talking about Rockingham here, you came here in the test in January with the open test with Leland. Obviously the track's repaved. So, there's a lot more grip. It's not that we're probably not going to see that tire-eating character that it's had, in its history of racing. Talk to me about what you picked up in your testing session, and what's your opinion on how you think the race is going to, wind out on Saturday?
It's much faster, especially than when it was 20 years ago. We're a second, or maybe even a little bit more than a second quicker than we were. We're on the gas super early through the corner, and it just hooks up and goes. So I think it's going to be. It could be good if the line gets rubbered up on the outside. If the line starts to move up, we could get some really high-speed, classic mile-and-a-half racing. But it's going to be a lot of aero racing as well. You're going to manipulate the guy in front of you with aero. So I do think it's a hard place to pass. So I think we're either going to get no action or going to get a ton of action with people stuffing their nose in places they shouldn't be and wrecking people. But it is very hard to pass here. So it's going to be almost like in a Monaco kind of way where you got to qualify well.
Yeah.
So wherever you qualify is going to be important. Any pit road penalties is going to be super important not to get. And yeah, I think it's going to be a race of attrition, and it could get crazy at the end.
Yeah, I like what you brought up with the Monaco reference. I want to flash forward back a week ago. Kyle Larson in the Xfinity Series led over 270 some laps. He went on Kevin Harvick's show the other day and talked about, I hate that we're limiting these Cup guys to limited races to teach the younger guys a lesson. I mean, and you're one of those younger guys in the Xfinity Series. Obviously, the average age in the Xfinity Series is around 25, 26 years old. Not a lot of whole veterans, a lot of youth in the series. What's your perception on what Larson had said, and how does that resonate with you in any sort of way?
I don't know if it resonates with me. I'd rather have the Cup drivers in the field, right? I mean, it only gets us better, right? But I don't know if I'm not too butthurt about some of the things he was saying. I'm new to oval, so it's not like I raced oval my whole life and then got into some of these race cars in the top team, and then I'm still 10 seconds off the lead, So I'm still learning, and I believe I'm doing a really good job, and we're getting closer. But yeah, I'd rather have them in the field for sure. But yeah. I don't think Larson does that in my car, or anyone else's car. So it's a combination of an incredible driver with a really, really good team behind him, and I think it's important for those drivers to be in the field once in a while.
Yeah, I agree. We got some exciting road course racing coming up in the Xfinity Series. Obviously, we got Mexico added. You talked about potentially going to Lime Rock in the Truck Series. Obviously, Watkins Glen, Portland, Chicago Street Course. Tell me your excitement about those races, because that's your bread and butter.
Yeah, that's why it sucked to be out of COTA. I want to know where I would be or where I'm at, because that's where I feel like I have more tools that in hand that I could manipulate some of the guys around me and finish higher than what, let's say, the equipment's capable of. So I'm excited for Mexico and the other races coming up. And if I can continue to get better on the ovals and build momentum on the ovals and have good races here, I think the road courses are just going to be easier. So I'm excited to hopefully be racing closer to the front at some point.
Yeah, for sure. And going back to the ovals real quick, I know you're driving mostly, short track ovals. You got Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond, probably. Oh wait, no, not Richmond because it's off the schedule. But what I'm trying to think, Bristol, the Rockingham here as well. Is there a goal for you to, get in? I know Leland's doing most of the super speedways and the, intermediate tracks. Is there a goal for you at some point, maybe next season or later this season, if Leland has something going on, to run a bigger track in your future in the Xfinity Series?
Yeah, I'll be running. I'll be running Las Vegas at some point this year. I'm gonna be going to some mile and a halves. I'm doing short tracks. So honestly, the only tracks missing are the super speedways, which I've done in the ARCA stuff. So,
yep.
Goal in mind, though, I think in terms of driver, I think my goal at the end of this year, because again, we're only going to be as high as our equipment is, right? So
right. Yeah.
We have the SMT, we have the data that we can see the higher teams or the faster drivers up front, and the goal by the end of the year is for them to pick down and take apart my driving and look at it and there not be any mistakes or anything too different. Because if that's the case, then I could get into a faster race car and be up front. So I just got to keep working out the little gremlins. Not that there is many, but there's still little ones that need to work on and adapt.
Yeah, for sure. I want to wrap things up here with. I've been asking around the garage for the last few hours. What is a track that you'd like to see return to the NASCAR, whether it be Cup Series, Xfinity Series, or Truck Series, or a new market that would be interested in taking on a NASCAR race?
Riverside.
Dude, yeah.
Riverside, come on. You don't know your classics. If that place still exists, I don't know if it still exists in Riverside. I think we need to go back to that.
Fortunately, I think it's a shopping mall now. So
well, we can figure something out.
Yeah, rebuild it. But yeah, Thomas, thank you for your time, and good luck on Saturday in the number 70 Xfinity Series Chevrolet for Cope Family Racing.
Thanks, guys.